Good morning, students. In our last class, we discussed about the classification of elements. Now, in today's class, let us discuss about the location of an element in the periodic table. Okay, this is a very useful concept to you because in competitive examinations, many times they are asking, or even to know the properties of an element, we have to know the location of an element. Okay, so let us discuss, if they give atomic number, how to find the group number as well as period number in a simple way. Okay, so first keep the subheading as locating an element in periodic table using atomic number. Okay, in today's class we are going to discuss about the locating of an element in the periodic table based on its atomic number. Okay, so if they give atomic number, you should be in the position to find to which group, even to which period it belongs. Okay, before going to discuss about how to identify that element in the periodic table, we need to remember the atomic numbers of noble gases at least. We all know about the atomic numbers of those noble gases. Okay, because everyone remember that all these noble gases are present at the extreme left hand side of the periodic table. Okay, sorry, extreme right hand side of the periodic table, means the last group of that period. Okay, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Okay, even 118 element, if you observe 118, so octium. Okay, so these are the elements present in zero group. Okay, means the last group of the periodic table. Every one of you, while watching this video, better once open the periodic table. Okay, then whatever we discuss, it will be easy to understand by looking at the table. Okay, it is difficult to draw whole the thing on the board. Okay, so better once open the textbook, look at the periodic table, then listen this class. Now, we all know these are the noble gases present in the last group of the periodic table. Now, I told you to find this one in a simple manner. First, you have to remember the atomic numbers of these elements at least. If you remember, then in a shortcut manner how to find, I will tell you in a simple way. Okay? Even there is no need to by heart these numbers also. Okay? Because we know about magic numbers. Do you have ever heard about these magic numbers? You may already know about this one. What are the magic numbers? Generally, magic numbers are nothing but 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Okay? So next also it will be 32 only. So these numbers are known as magic numbers. Okay? 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32 and 32. Okay? So these are known as magic numbers. So why these are known as magic numbers? Because we can get the atomic numbers of the next element in a group using these magic numbers. Okay? And these are not new numbers. If you observe there, it represents the number of elements in the period. The first period we know 2 elements. Second and third periods we discussed. Those are called as short periods. Both contains 8 elements. Okay, next to 18, 18. Next to 2 will means 6th and 7th will contains 32 elements. Okay. Now, using these magic numbers, we can find the atomic number of any element in the group. See, for example, helium, we know its atomic number is how much? 2. Okay. Neon also you learned it as 10. Even if you know the element, atomic number of the first element, you will come to know the next element. Next element we have to add plus 8. So 2 plus 8, 10. After that again 8 we have to add. So 10 plus 8, 18 is the atomic number of argon. We all know that. I want to know the next element. Till here, okay, we learned. Up to 20, 30 elements everybody will remember easily. After that we will forget. So if you want to get krypton's atomic number, so argon 18. So this is third one over. Now you want to know that fourth element. So we have to add 18 more. So 18 plus 18, 36. Okay. Next element if you want. So after 18 again we have to add 18 more. So 36 plus 18, 54. Okay. So if you want to get the sixth period element, atomic number, now we have to add 32. So 54 plus 32, it is 86. Okay. Even next element, 86 plus 32. Okay. It is 118. Right. The simple thing, if you know the magic numbers, you can get the atomic numbers of any group. For example, even to get more clarity, let us look at the atomic numbers of any other group. If I take the first group, if I take lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Okay. We all know lithium atomic number is 3. It is belongs to second period. Okay. Now if I want to get next element's atomic number, we have to add 8. 3 plus 8, 11. For the next element, 8 more. 19. Right? Next, after 8, what we have to add to get the next element? 18. 19 plus 18, 37. Okay. Next element, again 18 we have to add. 37 plus 18, 55. Next we have to add 32. So 55 plus 32, 87. Okay. So I hope you understood how to get the atomic numbers of in a group. Okay. If you know the elements list, and if first element everyone knows that. Okay. Up to 20-30 elements, all the elements, atomic numbers and mass numbers you already learned. Okay. So first element's number, atomic number we know. Next 8, 8, 18, 18, 32. Even the seventh period also if you want to, one more 32 we can add. Okay. So after francium the down element's atomic number means plus 32. Okay. Will be 18, 119. But that element was not discovered. Don't worry about it. Okay. So note down clearly in the notes about these magic numbers. Okay, magic numbers represents the number of elements in the periods. Even if you know this magic number, by using this magic number, we can get the atomic number of the bottom element in a group. Okay. Now, that is not our main task. Using this knowledge, now we can find the location of an element in the periodic table. Okay. So, but what knowledge we need to know? We should have idea about the noble gases atomic numbers. Okay. And we know this is belongs to first period. This is second period, third, fourth, fifth. This belongs to, xenon belongs to fifth period, this belongs to sixth period, and 118 belongs to seventh period. Okay. Right? Now that knowledge if we have, then I will tell you one simple trick how to find the period number as well as the group number. Nothing but the exact location of an element in the periodic table. Okay. Up to 18 elements already we know. Okay. Because all the starting elements of every group we already learned. So it is not a difficult task. So let us look discuss about the rule regarding the location of an element. Location of an element with atomic number greater than 18. Because below 18, all of you know the position of the group. For example, if I say 11th element, or 11th element belongs to 11th group only. Okay? We all know about that one. 11th one is what? Sodium. Sodium belongs to, first group. Okay? So the starting elements up to 18, we all know. Okay? Because in every group starting 2 elements we learned. Now, we are coming to the higher atomic numbers, how to represent. Okay? How to find. Now, in the case of these elements, remember one thing, the location of the element, nothing but the group number of the element is equals to, how to find means, first of all, from the atomic number, whatever they say, from that number minus the nearest noble gas atomic number. Okay? So group number of the element is equals to the nearest noble gases atomic number. Okay? Means nearest means before that atomic number. Here we are subtracting from that means when compared to this atomic number before that. After that if you take, you will get a minus value. Is the group number will be minus. Use common sense. When compared to the atomic number, for example, if I have atomic number as 35. Okay? So nearby 35 means I should go for 36. No, because 35 minus 36 if you do, you will get minus number. Is group number is a negative value? No. Okay? So before 35, don't confuse with that. Whatever the group number is there, noble gas atomic number is there, that atomic number we have to take. Okay? So when you subtract that one, atomic minus number minus nearest noble gas atomic number we have to subtract. Okay? Now that will be directly the group number. Right? Even if you want to get the period number, means to which period it belongs, if we want to know, we will come to know the noble gas. So which noble gas we already learned. For example, the argon if it is present. So the argon belongs to third period. So after that, because argon is what? Last element of the particular group. Okay? Noble gases are present in the last group. Okay? So from that, we will come to know argon 18 belongs to third period last element. So the next atomic number belongs to fourth period. Okay? So how to find the period number means, note down clearly, then whatever the period, to which period the noble gas belongs, plus 1. Okay? The period number of that noble gas plus 1. Okay? That noble gas means whatever the noble gas we used here. So that noble gas's atomic number, period number plus 1. So why we are adding plus 1, you came to know or not? Okay, or after doing some examples, we will come to know. Okay, so remember these 2 points: how to find group number and the period number. How can we get group number? Atomic number minus nearest noble gas. Okay, and that noble gas's atomic number should be less than the atomic number of the element. Okay. Now, how to get the period number means whatever the noble gas we have found, that noble gas's period number plus 1. Okay. Let us do one or two examples, then automatically you will come to. Now look at the periodic table and let us take one example. Tell me any one atomic number. Let us locate that element in the periodic table. That's why I told you to open the textbook to observe the periodic table. Okay. For example, let us take any element like more than atomic number. 18 cases we are using this rule. Okay. So let us take the atomic number. Example 1. Let's take the atomic number as 52. Okay. Or starting only very big number means you may get confusion. So let us take a simple number 24. Okay. Now, how to find group number? The group number is equals to what? Atomic number minus nearest noble gas atomic number. Nearest to 24 if you observe. So 18 is there, 36 is there. So which one we have to take? 36 or 18? Can we take 36 here? So if you take 36, sorry, people may think, sir, nearby 24, 36 also a nearest number. If you want to take 36, what will be group number? Is a negative value. So it won't be a negative value. That is why I am telling that take the nearest noble gas whose atomic number is less than the atomic number of the element. So nearby 24 means, so we have to pick the noble gas with the atomic number 18. So 24 minus 18. So means it belongs to 6th period. So 6th group. Clear? If you have doubt, you once look at the periodic table, you check it. 24th element means what? Chromium will be there. It will be present in the 6th period. I am not telling 6th A or 6th B. I am explaining this trick in terms of the atomic numbers, group numbers from 1 to 18. Not in the way of 1A, 2A or 1B, 2B. Okay? So 1 to 18 if you know, automatically if they give the options in terms of 2A or 2B in that way, we will come to know. Okay? So look at this one. The group number how we found? The atomic number minus the atomic number of nearest noble gas. Now, we want to know the period number also. We know argon belongs to which period, Amma? Helium, first period, second period, argon belongs to third period. I said it is a plus 1. So means, you check it in the periodic table. So this element, 24th element, belongs to 6th group and 4th period. Am I correct or not? You can cross check from the periodic table. Because simply if you listen this one, you are not able to apply in the examination. Okay? So this theory content means okay, when you understand the concept, you are able to solve the questions in the examination. It is not like a theory concept. It is an applicative one. Okay? So whatever the trick I said, so that one when you apply 2-3 times, so then you will come to know. Don't apply to the whatever the example I already done. Okay, you take other numbers. So 24 I explained. You take 27 or 30 or 31. Okay, then you cross check. Now, let us look at another example. Example number 2. So in this case I am going to take the atomic number 35. Okay, atomic number 35 I have taken. Now I want to find the group number. group number is equals to atomic number of that element minus atomic number of nearest noble gas. So nearer to 35 we have 36. Can we take 36? No, because 35 minus 36 you will get minus value. So that is why before that 35, what is the atomic number of the noble gas? It is 18. So I am going to take that 18. Okay. So 35 minus 18. How much it is? It is 17. So means this element belongs to 17th group. If you have a doubt, look at the periodic table and cross check. Okay. Or even once, if you observe that atomic number carefully, 35. 36 is a noble gas. So 35 will be what? Before noble gas, what group is there? Halogens. Nothing but 17th. Because noble gas is 18th group. So 35 belongs to 17th only or not? Okay? Right? So like that you follow. So now coming to the period number. How to find period number? This 18. We have taken the atomic number 18. That 18 is belongs to which period? Third period. So how much we get? So it is belongs to fourth period. Okay. So this is the easy way to find the location of an element in the periodic table of the elements with atomic number greater than 18. Next, let us take another example. So example number 3, atomic number 52. Okay, element with the atomic number 52, let us find. Now, we want to find group number. So group number is equals to 52 minus, what is the nearest noble gas? Before 52, the nearest noble gas is 36. So 52 minus 36. How much it is? 26. That 52 minus 36. So it will be 16. So we got the group number as 16. That means it belongs to 16th group. Okay. Well, you cross check. 16th group you observe. You will find the atomic number 52. Or if you want exact location, means let us find period number also. 36th element means krypton belongs to 4th period. So our element's period number is 5th period. Okay. So the element with the atomic number 52 belongs to which group? 16th group. Nothing but the 6th A group. What is 6th A group? That oxygen family if you find. Okay. Oxygen family 5th period. Okay. Oxygen belongs to 2nd period. Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, okay, tellurium. So this is the atomic number of the element tellurium. Okay. Like that we can find the exact location of an element. Or if you learn the elements in a group, even you can find the symbol of an element also. Okay. But whatever the trick I given, that will work from the atomic number more than 18. Because below 18 you know, after 18 onwards till 56 it will work, or 57 it will work easily. Okay. After 58 then or 58 onwards, what to do? Let us discuss. Okay. Now, let us apply the trick in the elements with the atomic number more than 57. Okay. Remember, regarding the lanthanoids and actinoids. All lanthanoids. Okay, lanthanoids means the elements follows lanthanum onwards. The atomic number of lanthanum is 57. Now they will be present up to lutetium. The lutetium's atomic number is 71. Okay, so if they give the atomic number from 57 to, if the atomic number is from 57 to 71, there is no need of any trick. Okay, no need of any formula, nothing to be used, because we know all these comes under lanthanoids. What is the location of lanthanoids? Lanthanoids belongs to third B group. Okay, or third B nothing but a third group only. Okay, as well as which period? Sixth period. Anyway, we already learned. Definitely we have to remember what is the location of lanthanoids in the periodic table, because even in the second PU about the D and F block elements we will discuss. That time each and every element's atomic number, electronic configuration we will have to learn. Okay, so anyway we will remember these numbers. So if they ask you what is the location of an element belongs to 64, no trick, nothing is needed. In these cases, simply 64 means it will becomes between 57 to 71. So follow the same thing. What trick we have to follow? Simply it belongs to third B group or third group, sixth period. Okay. Now, for example, now coming to the actinides. Okay. Now in the case of actinides, what we have to do? We know actinides means the elements follows actinium with the atomic number 89 up to lawrencium with the atomic number 103. So coming to actinium, its atomic number 89. Actinides are up to lawrencium. So atomic number 103. So coming to the elements with the atomic number 89 to 103. Here no trick, nothing is needed. So in these cases also, if you observe the location, same. They belongs to third B group or there belongs to third group. Okay. Location in the periodic table, if you observe the period, lanthanoids belongs to sixth period, but these elements belongs to seventh period. Okay. Lanthanoids belongs to sixth period, actinides belongs to seventh period. Okay. So remember these two. For example, if they give atomic number 91, no need of any tricks and all. Simply remember, those elements will be belongs to third group and seventh period. Okay. If they ask the number between 57 to 71, very clear, no formula, nothing needed. Simply they belongs to third group, sixth period. Okay. Remember this. Okay. Now coming to the third case. So in this case, location of elements with atomic number greater than 72. Okay? Is more than 72 and less than till 89 you are able to find. That is, sorry, if you observe the atomic numbers, 86, or even if you can go for 88 also, not a problem. Okay. Because 89 to 103, we already discussed, they will become under actinoids. Now, between lanthanoids and actinoids, lanthanoids end with 71. So, from the atomic number 72 onwards, okay, up to the elements with the atomic number 88. Okay. So, till these elements, we have to change a small thing to our trick regarding the group number. So that what we are doing to find our group number, we are doing that atomic number of the element minus what we are doing, nearest noble gas atomic number we are doing. This is what we have done in the case of the elements with atomic number less than 57 onwards. Okay. So additional to this, only the thing we have to subtract 14. This is only the change we need to do regarding these elements. Okay. The elements between lanthanoids and actinoids. This is only the change. What is the extra thing we did to our trick is just 14 we have subtracted. I think if you think, you will come to know why 14 we are subtracting. Because lanthanoids are 14 elements. That is we are subtracting 14. Okay. Period number same thing. Period number wise there is no change. Period number how to find means same. Previous noble gas atomic number plus 1. Okay. Now let us apply to one example. Then you will get clarity. If you observe the example, take any atomic number like, let us take 79. Atomic number 79 I have taken. Okay. Now, how to find the group number? The atomic number of this element minus the nearest noble gas atomic number. Okay. So 79 minus nearest noble gases, if we observe, noble gases atomic numbers what? 2, 10, 18, 36, 54 and 86. Okay. So 86 is a big number than 79. So we have to take 54. So 79 minus 54. And this 79 is in between 72 and 88. Are simply between or after lanthanoids before actinoids. So 79 minus 54 minus 14. Okay. How much it is? The 79 minus 54 is 25. Okay. So 25 minus 14. So it belongs to 11th group. Okay. The element belongs to 11th group. If you have doubt, you can cross check with that. Now period number what? We know 54 belongs to which period? Helium or atomic number 2 is first period. 10, 18, 36, 54. So 54 is belongs to 5th period. So our period number is 5 plus 1. So the element belongs to 6th period. Okay. So the element with the atomic number 79 will be belongs to 11th group and 6th period. Okay. You cross check from the periodic table. Again, you take any other atomic number and you can do. Okay. Now, coming to the last case, location of elements with atomic number greater than 103. Okay, why greater than 103? Because up to 103 actinoids all belongs to third group. Now in this case, No formula, no tricks, nothing is needed. It is a simple thing that the last two digits of atomic number is the group number. Okay, so the elements with the atomic number more than 103 and up to 118 only we have. So till those elements, simple task is the last two digits of the atomic number is the group number, and period number, if you observe, is equals to 7, because from 103 to 118 we know all those elements belongs to 7th period. So in these cases, no tricks, no formulas, nothing needed. Okay, simply the last two digits will represent the group number. For example, atomic number 1112 is given. Okay, no tricks, nothing is needed. Simply, what are the last two digits? 1, 2. So out of 112 atomic number, the last two digits is 12. So its group number is 12. Okay. What is its period number? As I already told you, all these actinoids and even the elements followed by actinoids, all these will be having the period number is 7. Okay. So by this way, you can find the location of any element in the periodic table. So whatever the atomic number they say, simply you are able to find. Okay. But to do this one, it is not an easy task to do. So to do this, we have to remember few things. What are the few things? First thing, the atomic numbers of noble gases we need to remember. Okay. Even how to remember using the simple magic numbers, I already explained. So once if you observe that one, you will come to know the atomic numbers of noble gases, and we already learned the period number also. Okay, so then using that as well as one more concept we need to know, that atomic numbers of lanthanides and actinides, because in the case of lanthanides and actinides, all those elements belongs to only one group, so no need of any tricks and all. Okay, so only the formula or the trick we need to remember to find the group number is atomic number minus the nearest noble gases atomic number. Okay, that will be the group number. Okay, but in the case of the elements with atomic number between lanthanides and actinides, okay, between lanthanides and actinides means 72 to 88. In those elements, we have to subtract 14 more. Why 14 more? Because lanthanides are 14 number. Okay, so if you have that knowledge, you are able to find the location of an element in the any period, any group or any period in the periodic table. Okay, because there are many advantages are there if you locate an element in the periodic table. Okay, if you have doubt, we have solved these examples. Now I will ask one question. You try to solve. Note down the question first. You copy all these clearly. Now, an element X has the atomic number 55. Okay, the element X has the atomic number 55. Now your task is find the location of the element or instead of asking location, anyway you already learned how to find the location of the element. So what is the formula of its oxide and chloride? Okay, what is the formula of its oxide and chloride? So they given only atomic number, so they are asking to find what is the formula of its oxide and what is the formula of its chloride. Okay, so means oxide and chloride means when that element reacts with oxygen, what will be its formula? When it reacts with the chlorine, what will be the so formed compounds formula? Okay, so general ordinary people will think that, sir, you did not explain that. So you told how to locate the element in the periodic table, but you did not explain how to find these formulas. So how can we answer this? Okay, is it is correct way? No, we discussed how to find the location of an element in the table. Nothing but you will come to know to which group it belongs, right? So when we know the group number, we will come to know the number of valence electrons, as well as we will come to know its electronic configuration. When we know the valence electrons, we will come to know its valency also, right? When we know the valency, automatically we will come to know when it combines with oxygen. We know oxygen valency is 2. What will be the form of the compound? Chlorine valency is 1, chloride. So we will come to know what will be the formula of the compound. Okay, so that's why I told you in the starting of the topic also, it is a applicative topic. So if you know the location of that element, you will find most of the properties of the compound element also. Okay, so first our task is we have to find to which group and period it belongs. Period is not a mandatory thing because all the elements in a group will have same properties. Okay, so let us find the group number of that element. What is the trick or what is the formula we discussed? Atomic number of element. Atomic number of the element minus atomic number of nearest noble gas. Okay, what is the atomic number? We have 55. The nearest one, if you observe, what will be? 36, 2, 10, 18, 36, 54. So nearest noble gas is 54. So right, so it belongs to first period. Sorry, first group. Understood? Because we know the noble gases atomic numbers: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. Okay, so we have taken the nearest one, means less than 55. The nearest one is 54, so we have taken that one. So if you observe there, this is belongs to first period, second period, third, fourth. So our xenon is belongs to fifth period. So if you observe the period number, so 5 plus 1, so our element belongs to sixth period. So better you can cross check also. Okay, or even I will tell you the way how to find the symbol of the element also. So if you observe there, first group and sixth period. Okay, what are the first group elements we learned? I already told you to remember the elements in all the 8 groups, at least S block and P block. Okay, that is must. Then only the concepts will be easy. We have to remember few things. Then only we can applicate in the national wide examination. Now lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Okay? We know hydrogen is first period. So lithium belongs to second period. This is third period, fourth period, fifth period. Cesium is the element which is present in the sixth period under first group. Okay? So the element is cesium. Okay? So the element with the atomic number 55 is cesium. Understood the logic or not? So we came to know the group number mainly. We came to know it is a first group. So number of valence electrons, how many? Number of valence electrons is 1. Because group number equals to the number of valence electrons. So only one valence electron. It is belongs to which period? Sixth period. So electronic configuration what? 6s1. Okay. What is the valency of first group elements? Recently we discussed about oxidation states of each and every group wise. Okay. So first group element shows only plus 1 oxidation state and its valency is only 1. Okay. Now let us come to the question. Now coming to the question. So let us find the formula of that oxide. So we came to know the element is cesium. Its valency 1. Oxygen valency 2. We know how to frame the formula of the compound by crisscrossing the valencies. So formula of the compound is CS2O, cesium oxide. What is the nature of cesium oxide? Maybe they may ask. Atomic number 55. What is the nature of the oxide formed by the element? Okay. There is no link between atomic number and nature of the element. Okay. Nature of the compound form. But how they are asking in the exams means, because if you know the atomic number, you can find to which group it belongs. Okay. So from the group, we will come to know. These are all first group are metals. We call them as alkali metals. So why they called alkali? Because we know when their oxides are dissolved in water, they form base. Okay. So very clear, cesium oxide is a metal oxide. So metal oxide generally basic in nature. Okay. So in that way, so when we go to high level questions, they can ask in that way. And even they already many times they asked in the JEE and NEET examinations. Now what is our second task? With the chlorine. You know cesium valency 1, chlorine valency is also 1. So the formula of the compound is cesium chloride, CsCl. Right? So this is the way to find the location of an element. And these are the advantages when we know the group number and the period number. Okay. So we'll come to know full information about the element. Okay. So in clear way, in the 4 cases of elements we discussed, once go through it. Okay. Then you are able to do all these things. Once copy this one. Now coming to the main important topic of this lesson, okay, regarding mainly competitive exam point of view, and even the topic what we are going to discuss, that is periodic properties. Okay, periodic properties is a very important topic, not only in the competitive exam point of view, mainly This topic is like a basic concepts of inorganic chemistry. Okay, inorganic chemistry means all the groups, everything will become something. So while discussing about the properties of the compounds, like a solubility or type of bonds formed, or in what way it will react, or the nature of the compounds, everything will be based on these periodic properties. Okay. So in periodic properties means like atomic radius, electronegativity, ionization potential, whatever the properties are there, we all will discuss. Okay. When you have complete knowledge about the periodic properties, then you will come to know the nature of the compounds mainly. Okay. So you should feel like this is the basic concept for inorganic chemistry. Okay. To guess the properties of the compounds of inorganic, you should have idea about the periodic properties. Okay. So before discussion about all these, we have to know what is meant by periodic properties. Okay. Periodically, as like simple pendulum case, we already discussed about this one. Okay. Repeated. Now, periodic properties in the sense, the properties of the elements which will be regularly changes along the groups and the periods. Okay. So note down first the properties of the elements which shows a regular gradation along the groups and periods. Okay, groups means we will observe from top to bottom. In the periods means we will observe from left to right. Okay, so these properties of the elements will shows a regular change, regular gradation along the groups, and means along the top to bottom of the groups and along the left to right of the periods. Okay, while we moving from left to right in the periods, they will show a regular change. Okay, means either regularly from left to right in the period, it may increase or it may decrease. Or some properties, if you observe along the group means top to bottom. Okay, sir, why top to bottom? I want to see from bottom to top. Not like that. Properties we have to follow a standard one. So in case of periods, we have to observe it from left to right. Okay. In the group, we have to observe from top to bottom. Okay. So they will show a regular change, either it may increase or decrease. So such type of properties are known as periodic properties. Okay. Are known as periodic properties. Okay. There are many periodic properties are there. About all those properties individually, okay, we will discuss in the next class. So note down what is meant by periodic properties. Okay. Thank you.